You can leverage the storm. That is the wisdom I want to share with you today on Leaders Arise. That thought came at the concluding part of our teaching at the last episode of Leaders Arise, where I began to speak to the fact that anyone that must finish strong must decide to weather the storm. And I said, in deciding to weather the storm, you preempt the storm. That means you expect the storm, you plan for the storm, you prepare for it, then you leverage it. So I promised I was going to teach you how to leverage the storm. Welcome to Leaders Arise, and my name is Demola Awoyele. Thank you for joining me on today's broadcast. So you may want to ask, Pastor Demola, teach me how to leverage the storm. I'll begin by saying the fact that a leverage is something that you use to your advantage. I just say it as simply as that. Anything you use to your advantage is a leverage. All right. In science, they say leverage is from the word lever or lever. All right. You apply little effort, you get a bigger output at the other end. So you leverage that lever to your advantage. So whatever it is that you use to your advantage is your leverage. So how do you use storm to your advantage? The first thing I want to say very quickly is that you must see storm for what they are. Now, if you have a wrong mindset about storm, you cannot use it to your advantage. What do I mean by that? Naturally speaking, storms look like a negative occurrence. Actually, storms are negative. But unless you begin to see the positive side of the storm, you will not have enough creativity and power to leverage it. You know, I said leverage is to use something to your advantage. So how do you leverage the storm? How do you use the storm to your advantage? Somebody says, why are you talking about storm? I said sometimes storms will arise in our pursuit of our destiny, in our pursuit of our visions. All right, and those storms want to stop us from finishing the journey or from finishing whatever it is we have started. And I said, so when storms come, what do? Would you share points with the storm and say, okay, I'm not going, but don't kill me, let me go back to where I'm coming from? Or would you allow the storm to sink you? Or would you leverage the storm that rather than having a negative outcome because of the storm, you have a positive outcome, in fact, a better outcome because of the storm? And that is what leverage also achieves. That is, you get a positive outcome, a better outcome. That means when you look at your life after the storm, you will say that, oh, the storm had helped me, and not vice versa. So the first thing you should learn in leveraging the storm is to see storm in a new light. All right? Meaning that don't see storm as a negative. See it as a positive. Okay, what are the storms that can come to a man of vision or a man of destiny? There are quite a number of them. Change in government can look like a storm. And when government comes, sometimes policy changes come, which may look unfavorable to your business or to your career or whatever it is you do. That can be a storm. All right. So a storm is most times unexpected. A storm most times could have a devastating effect, but you must see the storm in a new light. See the storm as a blessing. See the storm as a positive. And that will prepare you or empower you to start facing the storm headlong. Number two, study the storm. Number one, I said look at the storm in the new light. See it as a positive, not as a negative. Number two is to study the storm. Study the storm. Oh, Pastor, how will I start studying storm? You don't need decades to study a storm. You don't even need days. You just need to take a pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this storm? Because you can't study, for example, I don't know if I get this right, but I don't know if I get it right. There's a spot where people dive. They dive into the waters. You need to study, Okay, I think I've watched, some of us must have seen that before. The seas, and they are diving into it. I don't know what they call it exactly. You know, if you are not careful, if you are an amateur, and you just jump in like that, you are dead. So one of the skills that they deploy is to study that. They study within, they know how it works. They know when to lash in on the direction of the storm. They know when not to dive in. So as negative as the storm could be or can be, studying the storm will make you see the positive. So let us study the storm. Okay, there's a change of government, change of policy. It is outrightly against our usual business practice. So what do we do now? Is there anything that we can still learn from this change of government or policy that we can direct to our advantage? Oh, no, you lost your parents unexpectedly. That is a form of storm. And if care is not taken, that will stop your academics, or that will stop whatever it is you're doing that your parents have been somehow responsible for. Should you now go and kill yourself or shut down because your parents are gone? No. You need to study that storm. Okay, my mom or my dad is dead. So what can I learn from that? Okay, it means that that means nothing will be coming from their channel again. It means that, okay, I can, when you study the storm, you'll be able to know, okay, what next to do. Because storms naturally appears negative, but in the midst of the negative of the storm, there are some positive. Number three or four, be propelled by the storm. A storm can be a propeller or a stopper. And all these are functions of decision. Let storms of life propel you. Let storms of life propel you. I will say it again. Let storms of life propel you. What do I mean? Let them spur you up into taking positive action or positive step. Let them not shut you down. Let them not discourage you. Rather, let them propel you. What does it mean to propel? It means to steer you up. All right, let them catapult you to a place of greatness. Oh, that sudden stop or stoppage on your inflow for your business. All right, the sponsor says no more funds to give you. That looks like a storm. Are you already saying, I'm not going to do business again? No, let that storm propel you to bringing up other ideas, other initiative. All right, okay, what else can I do now? This looks like an adversity, but there's an advantage in this adversity. So let the storm propel you. Don't let it shut you down. The number 5, which is the last one, is that let the storm toughen you. You are as tough as what you will go through. It is not who you are that defines your strength. It is what you go through. Nobody is born strong or weak. People are born normal. But what they go through determine whether they become strong or they become weak. So let the storm toughen you. If I see yourself as coming out of the storm stronger, some of us have been toughened by storms before. So whatever you're going through at the moment, and it looks like it's as if you're in a stormy situation, don't come out weaker, come out stronger. Let the storm toughen you, make you more resilient, make you more determined, make you more forceful. Let it make you more optimistic and all of that. So all of these are functions of decision, which is what I began talking about, that there must be a decision that you must take to say that no, rather than allowing this storm to weigh me down, to shut me down, or to kill me, this storm must be my leverage. This storm must be my leverage. And the truth of the matter is, if you use storm as your leverage, you will rise higher. I discovered that those who go through storm, you have two options when you're going through storm. Go down into failure or rise higher into success. So if you have made up your mind never to go down with your failure, I can assure you that that storm will actually help you to rise higher into success. That would mean that, by the time you come out of on the other side of the storm, you discover that you have done better. In fact, sometimes you'll be thanking God that God allowed the storm to come. A lot of us have been there before, that when you look back, you're saying, Lord, thank you, because if not for this storm, I wouldn't have been a millionaire, a billionaire. I wouldn't have been a stronger person, stronger Christian, stronger person in my career. business or what have you. So that's how to leverage the storm. You leverage the storm by preempting the storm, planning for the storm, preparing for the storm, by looking at the storm in a new light, that the storm is not supposed to be a negative, it actually can be a positive. Then, of course, you leverage the storm by studying the storm. All right? There are always silver lining, like they say, in every cloud. So don't focus on the cloud, focus on the silver lining. And of course, I say let the storm propel you rather than shutting you down. The last but not the least, which was what I just finished talking about, let the storm actually toughen you. All right. And when the storm toughens you, you'll be a better person. You rise higher into success rather than sinking deeper into failure. Thank you for being a part of this broadcast. My name is Demola Awoyele, and this is Leaders Arise. You may want to go over this video again. I've shared some powerful thoughts that I believe will help you no matter where you are at the moment. Thank you for joining me today. In case you have questions, comments, or feedback, I look forward to receiving them. And of course, help me share this video all across your platform. Like our page if you're on Facebook, subscribe to our channel if you're on YouTube. Then watch out for another insightful moment at the next episode. Go right there, finish well, and finish strong. You will succeed. And bye for now.